Hello and welcome to Tomi Talks TV, the place to be to build great love relationships. I'd like to start by saying a very big thank you. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. I really appreciate you because you're helping us spread the message further, faster. So thank you very much indeed. Now today I'm going to be taking one of your questions, and it goes like this. I and my fiancé decided to have a platonic courtship before marriage. But nowadays, he has been pressuring me for sex. His libido has been high. How do I encourage him to hold on till we marry? Now, this is an excellent question, but I'm going to respond to your question by asking you some questions as well. So first of all, what was your reason for choosing to abstain from sex before you got married? What's the purpose behind it? Because it's your reasons that will give you the grace and the strength to keep pushing on even when there's pressure, even when things are tough. So you need to be clear about exactly what your reason was in the first place. And I have to say, sexual pressure is real and it can be very strong. You see, so the only reason that is strong enough to counter that whole pressure is that you both have a desire to please God, because quite clearly the scripture is clear that God desires for us to abstain from sex before we get married. So the desire to please God and to be pure in your relationship can be the only motivation that is strong enough to keep you going even in the face of that pressure. So my next question will be, do you share the same values? I mean, does he share this value of wanting to stay pure because he pleases God? And if he doesn't share those values, then my question would be, why would you be choosing to marry somebody who does not share your values? Because therein lies the problem. If he does not share your desire to please God and to live a pure life before God, then obviously he's not going to be motivated enough to keep himself pure in the midst of the relationship before you get married. So you need to question the reason why you're actually in that relationship in the first place, because the Bible is quite clear that you should marry somebody who shares your passion for God. Now, having said that, if he is a Christian, now that's a different ballgame altogether, because that means that his reason was the same reason as your reason, which is that he wanted to please God, but obviously he's under pressure now. So he needs to be reminded of the reasons why you started this journey in the first place. The fact that you want to please God, the fact that you want to have a relationship that is pure before God so that you can enjoy the fullness of God's blessings on your marriage. Now, secondly, another thing that will help would be for him to have an accountability partner, and that would usually be somebody else, maybe another man who could hold him accountable. Could be a close friend who also shares the same values. It could be a pastor, somebody that can ask him from time to time how he's doing in this area, so that at least he knows that somebody is checking in on him, and that will help him to stay accountable to what the word says. And then lastly, I will also encourage you to be very strategic about how you plan your times together. So it's very crucial that you're careful with the time that you spend together. I mean, obviously, if you go, you spend time maybe at his house and there's nobody else there and the lights are low and soft music is playing, and then you're talking about sexual temptation, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, you're going to be tempted. So you have to be careful about the sort of environment in which you choose to meet. So instead, why not go out, meet with friends, spend time, maybe go out to eat or something, spend time in other places where you will be less exposed to the temptation to fall into premarital sex. Well, I hope this has helped you. If this has helped you, then please leave me a message on Facebook or Twitter. And if you've got a question you would like me to answer, then head on over to tomitalks.com/ask and I'll answer your question next time. See you next time. Bye-bye.